All right, once again, I'm Zahab GMS Mississippi Camp, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, giving double honors to the apostles of GMS, and also saying salutations to the elect. All right, today's lesson is going to go into basically an education. All right, what we have here today is basically our women, the Israelite women, being groomed into serving Esau within his power structure. You have a structure, you have a power structure. We got conquered by another nation. All right, so basically, that will result in our women basically being servants for the nation that conquered us. All right, she's going to go into the power source. So she's basically made herself a servant in another man's entity, in another man's structure, his power structure. In the ancient world, it wasn't the same way. She wouldn't serve Esau. She would be groomed into serving her man. All right, and I'm just going to get Sirach 26:14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. So why does it say a mind well instructed? Because we have to get back into that spirit of, you created the structure, you created the program, then you got a wife, you basically hired a servant. She followed your instructions. All right. So let's see how she was groomed into following your instructions. What was her job description, so to speak? All right. Because they got this thing called, women, they got this thing saying, women, black women are more likely to graduate from college than black men. And there's more black women in college, and women are so-called smarter than men. It's all BS. She's basically great. She mastered following another man's instructions. She's only regurgitating another man's doctrine or philosophy. All right. He got inside her head, so to speak. This is Titus 2:3. The aged women, likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things. What are good things? I'm going to read it. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. So the aged women were teachers to the young women on how to be housekeepers, man, or how to maintain themselves in another man's structure, man, how to serve their husbands, man, to simplify it. The older women trained the younger women. They groomed them up to serve the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American men. All right, that was the woman's role. I'm going to read that again. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. All right? So it said the older women groom or prepare the younger women to be chaste, to be discreet. So discreet means low-key. All right? You ain't out there, so to speak. All right? So if she's not out there, what are these women doing out in the open everywhere, man? To be chaste means to be pure. So she's not defiled with different men. All right? Keepers at home. Yeah, she's supposed to be at the house, man. That's why the scripture says in Sirach, how it speaks on a gadder and a drunkard, man. As far as a woman, that's a disgrace. That's a disgrace, man. All right? It says keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands. That sounds far-fetched. Now, the so-called white woman, so-called black woman, will be obedient to her own man. It's like a joke. Woman, you obey me. She'll start laughing, man. That the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. All right? And from there, basically, America conquered us, man. Not America. The so-called white man conquered us, man. And we're basically captives in the land serving our captivity. And our women she basically turned to the dominating structure, the dominating nation, man, and served them, man. She's still a servant, man. All right? But the key is, in the ancient world, you created your own structure. You created the program, and she followed your program, man. All right? And I just gave you her education. That's her college. That was her college, man. All right? This is Romans. I want to get Romans because something happened between then and now that's changing the course of everything. This is Romans 1:26. For this cause the Most High gave them up into vile affections, for even that women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. So, of course, it's going into lesbianism. But what else is a woman doing that's against nature, man? She's being equal and above a man. She wants to tell a man what to do. Namely, a so-called black man. That's against nature. She's leaving her element, which is the house. That's against nature, man. And to prove that she's plagued in the mind, look at her hair. Look at her contacts, man. Look at how she talks around Edomites. Who is she trying to be like, man? All right? But the so-called white man reprogrammed our women. Because in the ancient world, women were very well aware of the legends in the ancient world of King David, King Solomon, Abraham, Moses, all the great mighty men, the warriors. And she associated that image with the man she was serving in her house, known as her husband, the so-called black man. All right? But when Esau came into power and he put us in slavery, he basically erased our history. Didn't I say in Jeremiah that we would discontinue from our heritage? But then after erasing us from our history and detaching us from our lineage, he indoctrinated us with his fake lineage, man, with his fake accomplishments, man. So now the so-called black woman knows about Alexander the so-called Great, all right? Hell, she knows about, who else? All the so-called Edomites that were really Israelites, but they were depicted as Edomites. That's in her subconscious mind, man. Oh, yeah, not to mention, she attaches Caesar Borgia. She accepts Caesar Borgia as her Messiah. So she has a divine attachment or a divine association to any so-called white man, all right? So the man that she's working for and putting in the application for, she attaches him to all the so-called white accomplishments throughout American history, man. All right? She attaches him to James Bond. She attaches him to all his little heroes, man. But who does she have to attach you to? Nobody. The local news. All right? Her little past experiences, man. So this all goes into grooming somebody to work for somebody, man. So she can't honor you, man, if you came here to be dishonored, man. All right? All right, but I'm not going to prolong it. I was going to get more scriptures, but I might wait to the second lesson or third lesson. But with that, I hope you brothers are edified. Until the next lesson, I'm going to say shalom.